My name is Roy Jacklin. Eileen and I live in the Lindon 19th ward. I grew up in Lindon, and in 1950, it was a small farming community. We had one ward. My earliest remembrance of the temple is when my mother would go to the temple about once a year, sometimes twice a year, because the transportation was much different than now. So going to Salt Lake and visiting a temple, doing 1 or 2 sessions, and coming back was a long trip. But I remember 2 things about that. One, they would go fasting. She and some other sisters in the ward would go fasting every time. So I learned that what they did there was important. And the second thing, they would always come back feeling really uplifted. So I felt like that, that if you go to the temple, you could feel that way. My next experience was receiving my endowments in the Lindon Temple as a missionary in 1962. And the next day I was on a train to Virginia. So I had no experience with the temple before that or for 2 years after that. When we got back from a mission, we copied what my mother did, and would go to Salt Lake and sometimes to Manti to visit the temple. Then in 1972, they built the Provo Temple. We were so blessed, felt so blessed to have a temple in Utah County. That was the 15th temple in the church. 1996, the Mount Timpanogos Temple was built. 49th temple in the church, and that was even closer. Again, we felt so blessed. 2020, when they announced that was going to have a temple in Lindon, we were just amazed. With all the other temples that were announced and built in Lindon, I never dreamed there would be one in Lindon. But Eileen and I talked when we heard that announcement and said, wouldn't that be wonderful if they built that temple on Leon Walker's property? Leon Walker was an amazing man. He was an electrician at Geneva Steel and a farmer, and a great teacher, a great leader in the church. He was a bishop here, stake president, then a mission president in South America, then a regional representative, which would be the equivalent of an area authority these days. He did all those things. But he was an amazing teacher. He could relate to people no matter what their station in life was. And he could teach, and they would feel love from him and feel the Savior's love. He would teach what they called in those days senior Aaronic priesthood classes. And this is for men that were deacons, teachers, or priests, but never elders, became inactive. And then after they would receive the Melchizedek priesthood, he would teach temple preparation classes, get them ready to go to the temple. I know of 23 families that he taught. In both of those classes, they became eternal families by going to the temple. So the temple was a big part of everything that he did. And to have when we found out that is the place where the temple was going to be built, we were just thrilled. And I'm sure that he is too. He died in 1996. But I know wherever he is, that he is just as happy as can be that we're going to have a temple in Lindon on his farm ground. I think on my own experiences, having been away from the temple for 2 years, then coming back and learning more, has been a great journey for me. I have a granddaughter who returned from mission 18 months ago from Nevada. She made it a goal that she's going to the temple every week for the rest of her life. And she does it. For 18 months, she's done that. Once a month, she invites us to go with them. And what a thrill that is, to go with her and now a grandson who has returned from a mission in Montana in June, joins us. So we attend the temple together, and that's a great feeling to go with them, feel inspired by their goodness and their dedication. And I am convinced that spending 2 hours focusing on the Savior through the endowment and just feeling his love and learning of Him and trying to establish the same love for Him and appreciation carries over into my life so that I'm able to receive the answers that I'm seeking. And that's precious to me. In His house, in the temple, we feel the Savior's love, and we feel love from them and love for our Savior as well.